extension cord, air hose, and water hose. Coiling them up to be absolutely tangle-free every time. What I'm going to show you will save you time, save you money, and ultimately increase your profit margin. I use a couple of laundry hampers. These are inexpensive, less than 10 bucks a piece. You can get whatever you want. I like these flexible ones, and I actually stack them inside the Smart Wood Shop like that, just right on the floor. When I get to a job, I just grab them and I bring them in. A long time ago, when I was working solo, and then when I first started building up my crew, this is the method that I used, and it works so well. I don't know why I went away from it, but I much prefer this over hanging the hoses and cords up and then having to decide what I want. The over-under method. You've probably heard of it. It's very simple to do, but it can be frustrating. So I'm going to show you how I do it, and then recommend that you go grab an extension cord or an air hose and do it 50 times, 50. Get through it. Once it locks in, you'll be able to do it every time without thinking about it. Toss it. You see no memory in it. It lays straight. I'm not fighting it. And it doesn't matter what kind of air hose you have. Start. Got the end. I have the end facing away from me. The first coil is over. And it doesn't really matter the size of the loop. That's up to you. I want them to fit in this, so I go a little bit shorter, but that's my over. The next loop is my under. I'm going to take my hand, palm up, thumb away, and I'm going to grab the hose. Again, my thumb is away, and all I'm going to do is point my thumb back the opposite direction. That's going to give me the under. So I'm actually going to pull a little slack in here. Over. Next loop, I'm grabbing palm up, thumb away, and rotating my thumb. So I'm going from upside down to palm up to palm down, thumb out to thumb in. It's just a wrist motion, and this is what you'll practice, and this will be the confusing part, but I promise you, do this 50 times and you'll have it. Over, under, and if you forget where you're at, if you look at the hose coming in, if it's under, you know the next one is an over. If it's on the outside, you know the next one is an under. So again, thumb away, rotate, over, under, over, under, over, under. Once you have it coiled up, you're ready to tie it off. You can use a chunk of electrical cable. You can strip some, this is free stuff, you can strip it off and then just cut lengths you need and wrap it around a couple of times and then toss it in your basket. And if you still prefer to hang it, you can either have a loop on this and hang a whole hose. Another option that I used for years were these little bungees with a knob on the end. These are really inexpensive. You wrap these around and they do a really good job. Very inexpensive. What I like better though and went to recently is these wrappets, and then I can either hang it off the grommet or off the hose, or like I do, throw it in the basket. If you're using a basket, when you put them in, alternate the end that has this bound up. It just tends to be a little thicker on this end. So if you put, the other one is this way, so I'll toss this one in that way. 50-foot extension cord, so you can see it works exactly the same. Again, no tangles, and we've got a nice straight cord that doesn't have kinks in it, so it's very easy, very supple to work with. Coiling it is exactly the same. I did mention that to point the end that you grab, and it doesn't matter which end you have, away from you. I'm not sure why, but I'll show you what happens if you do it the other way. So if I go this way, and I do my over, and then my under, something different is going on in there. Having it under, thumb away, rotating it in, then over, palm up, thumb away, under, ready to tie off and stow. You do it this way, they don't tangle, and it doesn't matter if it's a short cord, a long cord, a heavy gauge cord, it just works. And then your cord doesn't have kinks and memory that get in your way. They just lay nice and flat. Wherever you want to plug it in, and then just drop the coil, plugged in, and then pull off how much ever you need. It doesn't tangle. Just nice and smooth. Think you'd use this yourself or some variation? Or do you have a better idea that works better for you? Then let us know in the comments down below. We can all be enriched by each other's knowledge. If you'd like to get a detailed set of plans to build yourself a smart bench, a smart station, any of the accessories that work with the smart system, or the smart wood shop itself, there is a link in the description of this video. Mahalo.